It's inspired by the Tiger King. See, bleach blonde, grown out hair. No, just kidding. And take off the mullet. Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Anke is back.
Hello.
Sporting a good mullet in the back. She grew it out during the lockdown and quarantine because she couldn't get a haircut. So she begged me, oh, can I please come back? And we're going bald today, so it's going to be a change. No, just kidding. We're going to give it a good trim. She wants something like an undercut. I think we can design something to look like it. It's a little too short to make a real undercut, but I've got a trick up my sleeve. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. We're going to talk you through which guards we use, which lengths, and so on, because I always get those questions. Don't forget to subscribe down here. Leave a blue thumbs up if you like the video. Ring the bell if you want to know when I upload something new, and see you guys in the end. Not too tight?
No.
Great. Well guys, because she wants something like an undercut, the hair is a little too short to make a real one. I'm going to section the hair off a little bit lower than usual. Then make the bottom part pretty short, like a number 1 or 2, 3 to 6 millimeters. And lower in the back, she wants a bold fade. And then this hair will lay over the shorter part and make it look like a real undercut. Usually I cut hair when it's dry, but because of this sectioning, it's easier to wet it a little and then put it up and away. So we're going to leave the top pretty much as it is to let it grow because our bangs are still super short. I don't know, did we buzz it last time or leave it a little longer?
No, we buzzed it.
So this is just a grown out buzz cut. And then finally just check if this line and this line is at the same height. We can see it in the mirror, but I'll show you guys. Pretty much there. And because we're going short underneath and having the longer hairs lay over it, it's not a matter of 2 or 3 millimeters off from the left and the right, because you won't see it. So you don't have to fiddle around for an hour to section it off. Perfect, but well, I always want it to be perfect. We're going to get started. These are the clippers. Let's focus them. It's a number 2, 6 millimeters. It's what we need to take out the blonde. And I'll make this part 6, work down to 3 and 0 in the back to give it a nice fade and look. So a number 3, lever all the way up. You ready?
Yes.
There we go. And just go in and all the way up. Pull these hairs tight, and if you go over it, doesn't matter because these hairs are up, you won't cut them. There we go. And work your way through the back. Always make sure to pull the hair up. Turn around. There we go. Now guys, this is a cool new style. It's the mullet. It's inspired by the Tiger King. See, bleach blonde, grown out hair. No, just kidding. We're going to get rid of it. We're switching to a number 1. Where is it? Focus. Number 1. 3 millimeters. Lever all the way up again. Flick it on. And take off the mullet. Ah, now it's gone. That's a shame. Now you see I created a line because there's a 3 millimeter difference between the number 1 and the 2. Make sure the line is pretty straight. And follow the shape of the line is set out over here. Work your way around the ears. Same on this side. Now, because you created this line, hope you can hear me through the buzzing. You can use the switch on the sides, open it up, and you'll see the teeth moving. Closed. Let's bring it in closer. And open. Now it's longer. It's, well, 2 to 3 millimeters, so we'll almost make it to this number. Turn it on, go over it. And as you can see, the line's fading already. Work your way up. Her hair is perfect to demonstrate this because the shorter you go, the lighter it looks. You can see every line and everything we made. Now it's gone. The lever, put it halfway. So closed, open, halfway. And go over, but stop about 1/4 of an inch lower than where you did with the lever all the way open. So I stopped over here with the lever open and I'm working up to there and then all the way down. I'm going to go a little shorter over here. No guard. Did it scare you?
No. As long as you stay down there.
I will. And this thing's letting loose a little. There we go. No guard, lever all the way open. Just go for it. The same way we did all the other steps. Now the clips are letting loose a little, that's no problem because we did the shortest part over here, and if it falls down, just use your hand to pull it aside. Close the lever halfway. All the fluffy hairs in the neck, just take them off. Now, because I don't know if you guys have one of these at home, small trimmers, I'm gonna show you how to do it with this one. Close the lever all the way up and work your way around the ear. Set out a nice line. Not make it as bulky looking over here. Pull the ear down a little bit. Just work your way around it to get rid of some longer hairs. The back. Same trick. Now, if you're having trouble cutting around the ears, in here it's a shop that's not allowed because it doesn't look pro, but you can always ask the client to use their hand and fold the ear down. You've got two hands to work your way around it now. See? That's easy. That was easy.
Yes.
And again, just clean the neckline. Scare her a little by throwing this down. No, she's used to it. And do the same thing on this side. Just work around the ears. Create a nice shape. And as you can see, it's all nice and clean. Better?
Yes, way better.
Get rid of these things. You look like you have flappy ears. Again, guys, just wet it a little. Because it makes combing through and cutting it a lot easier. Now with combing the hair, let me turn you around. Don't know if I can do it. Yes. Her crown is over here. Make sure you comb the hair in the direction where it naturally falls. Now if you're having trouble finding the fall, just rub your hands through it and lay it flat. You see these hairs are sticking up. Check out where they need to go. Now they're laying flat. That's pretty important because if you cut them too short, it'll look like a pineapple over here. All set. Our mullet is looking pretty flappy. I'm going to cut it short up to here. So not too much, half an inch off. And then, well, thin it out a little bit. Make it pointy to not get a straight line. And then it'll look like an undercut. But actually it's just up to there. So she can save her hair up for a real undercut later on. What I like to do is start on the sides to determine the angle and where I can go in the back. So just work your way through the length. It's there already, you can always make it shorter or longer, is a little bit difficult. Now, I'm going to take a pair of scissors. These are 5.5 inch, so pretty tiny, but I like it because you can work detailed. And a normal comb, actually mine is curved, I got some questions about that one as well. It's from Curvo, don't know if you guys can read it, but the brand is over there. And it's easier to work around the ears while cutting because your hand isn't touching the head. I'll link it down below. Maybe I get a sponsor deal out of this. No, just kidding. Comb through the hair. Don't wet it extra because when it dries, it'll go up a little bit more. Determine where you want to cut. I want to end up over here, so I'm gonna cut it there. Pick it up. Comb through it from the bottom as well. Pull it down. One more time. Pull it down. And then make the cut. See, it's a little too long, so I'm gonna do it again. And now point cut. Do not make it a super straight line. Because if there's one thing she hates, straight lines.
Yes.
And then asking for an undercut. That's crazy. See, now we're there. Now work your way through the back. Use the shortest part that you just cut as a guide, and then point cut a nice line all the way down. For the back, this is the last part I cut. Pick it up. A little bit more. Now you can see it. Make sure the hair is as straight as possible because this line is always going in. You don't want that, just a straight line down. And determine a line from here to there with leaving as much length as possible over here. And again, point cut it down. There you go, comb through, and now I see there's a little difference in length from here to there. Just get rid of this. Comb it, pick it up, pull it straight down. Here's my guide, and I want to go over there. We can always go a little shorter when we dried it and think, it's a little too long. But for now, I'm pretty happy with it. Maybe just a little bit. There we go. This side and this side are coming together over here. The shortest part and the shortest part. You see here is a little bit more length. I'm chopping that off. There you go. And just again, check it for yourself. See if you're happy with it. I'm not completely happy with this line. Just turn the camera a little again. Over here. This line is too straight. The shorter part over here. And just play with it until you are satisfied. It's not rocket science, it's just a lot of trying and feeling. Getting back in, correcting lines. And again, because you're done now with the line, check if it's straight, and it is. I'm going to chop in a little at the banks because it's looking too much like a ball now. There we go, that's better. We're going to style it a little bit up because this is looking like someone from Dumb and Dumber until it grows.
Yeah.
So just tuck it away. Because she's planning on growing the top out even more, see it's pretty short. It's the same length as the back, but this looks longer because of the undercut now. We're going to leave this part alone. I'm going to use some thinning shears. These, see with that fine tooth, to create a little bit of movement and remove the bulk in the back. That will just look a little bit cleaner. So pick it up from the bottom, make one chop, go up and chop again. Don't chop repeatedly if you're not secure with the scissors, because closing it down 2 times, the hair ends up shorter. Now as you can see, it's starting to shape in more because of the thinning shears. I'm just using it at the tips of the hair, so I'm not going in to thin it out because I want to leave the bulk. So it looks like there's a lot of hair underneath, but it's not. So just the tips. And I'm not doing that at the sides because they are pretty short. And you'll end up cutting them shorter. It's not what we're aiming for. And again, this is just a lot of cutting, combing, checking, going in again. But I like how smooth this looks now. There's a little bit of it. I don't know what the English word is. Een hapje in Dutch. Over here, I'm going to fix that as well. So. It's like someone took a bite out of the hair. It's over here.
You did.
Een hapje. Like so. Now when I'm looking at it, I see this is a little bit too bulky. I just said we're not going to remove anything, but I'm going to not go up too high because you'll end up cutting the hairs around the temple area and they start sticking up. We just folded them so carefully to make sure they lay down. We're there, guys. Now the biggest trick of all, wax. Or pomade, actually this pomade. Start working from the top, so not putting it in but on top of the hair. And then start playing around with it, so you'll distribute it even more. Say, look,
Yes,
all
nice.
done. No, but to give it a little bit of texture and a styled look instead of just the ball. Play with it. Now she didn't see the back yet. I'm gonna show you guys. See? Whoop, I'm back. I do really like it. Put on the glasses.
Thank you.
She wears them all day round. Now let's do another turn. See, it works brilliant even with the glasses and the legs. Now would you like to see the back?
Yes.
No, just go home.
No!
There we go.
Oh wow, that's really cool. Yeah, I love it. Yes. Echt vet. Yes, really nice.
Is this what you had in mind?
Yes, exactly.
See, what I like the most is it's short underneath, but it's not a completely straight ball, so no heavy lines. And it does really look like an undercut, although it's not as high as I would usually do it. So let's unwrap you, take some after photos for Instagram. Follow me, guys, if you're not following me already. Everything's down below. There we go. We're done. Turned out awesome. We have a look at the door and the windows so they can again see all sides, because I think we did 10 360s in the video. Not sure I'm going to edit them all in, but I really like it. We explained what we did step by step throughout the video because you asked for it. So I hope it's useful. Let me know if you use it down below or what you think of the cut, because you can also just watch the video to enjoy the haircut. Don't forget to subscribe down here. As I said before, we passed the 10,000 and I want to fly past the 100,000 in a year. Don't know if I'll ever make it, but it would be super cool. Give a blue thumbs up if you like the video. Check out all the other videos on the channel, or I'll see you next time. Bye!